Okay, so we're finally down to the last of these things, and now we're going to talk about some notes on managing a bilingual audience, which is a unique need of the Minivela channel, right? Because it's bilingual. So here are their tips. First of all, the captions and subtitles need to be high quality in both Spanish and English for all the videos. And this is an important point, regardless of the primary audio language, because it makes it much more accessible. Second, the titles and descriptions says you can add translated video titles and descriptions to your videos so that your fans can find your videos in their own language. So this is something that actually happens at after you upload it in the original language, you go back and you can manually fine tune the automatic translations generated by YouTube. Says translating your videos makes them more accessible to viewers outside of your home country region and helps you build, here's a key point, a global audience. Now, here's where they say something interesting too. Multi-language audio. This allows you to share your videos with a larger audience by giving you the option to add audio in other languages. This is something of like what we're doing with them in terms of translating some into other languages. You can upload additional languages as audio tracks for new or existing videos. We're going to ask him more about that. And then finally, the channel trailer. Consider having two channel trailers, one in English and one in Spanish. So this is general broad trailer about the channel so people know when they run there what they're going to find. We're going to disable this tomorrow only for the sake of Cholita. But normally we will have two channel trailers, one in English, one in Spanish.
What's the password for this?
6430. So the channel trailer is when you jump into it, it has a trailer prominently at the top. Furthermore, we're obviously going to color code reddish for English, bluish for Spanish. Now, expanding your audience, this is what they call an internationalization strategy. This strategy only takes place once you've established our brand to the targeted fan base, not before. Because this is what enables you to start targeting outside of the usual suspects and to take advantage of new YouTube translation and transcription tools, some of which are not live yet, but that are in the process of being live. So this is a way of helping maximize the monetization for the channel. But that should not happen. This strategy should not happen until we conquer the core audience strategy. All right. Now we're going to switch into something that is what I would call part two, really, of our assignment with them, which is the monetization questions. Now, there used to be something called the multi-channel.
Read this real quick. Come out.
We're almost at the end.
Once you establish a brand to a targeted fan base, you can move to the next most interesting target by taking advantage of transcriptions and translation tools.
Yeah, basically, once we do what we're supposed to do with our core audience, then we can think about other languages that we could maximize this and monetize with.
Like Arabic?
Yeah, whatever that, Turkish, etc. All right. Now we're on the monetization questions. We asked them, this is part two. This now has to do with literally selling advertising, placement of content, etc. So, first and foremost, we need 1,000 subscribers plus 4,000 valid public watch hours in the last 12 months so that YouTube lets us monetize with them. They will start putting ads on our channel, etc. And it'll start enabling additional features on the YouTube back office. The other option is 10 million valid public shorts videos views. That's ridiculously hard to get. So we're looking at the 4,000 valid public watch hours.
10 million in the last 90 days.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. And remember, it cannot be supported by advertising. So none of that counts as valid views. Now, key thing here. We have this thing called YouTube Studio. That's where we see our entire, back office. where we see the different tabs for uploading videos, for seeing how many of the hours we've reached, et cetera, et cetera. You can accept the terms for the what's called the YouTube Partners program. We are nowhere near that. However, we are trying to sell to advertisers. So they say that the only thing that we really can do for now is try to integrate a product. So there's three things that we can do. One, try to integrate a product or messaging or the story with a brand on videos that we're posting there, and try to ensure that that video is going to be viewed by a lot of people. The targeting is not perfect in that scenario, but at least we can do product integration without having to pay YouTube a penny. The other thing that we can do is obviously qualify for the YouTube Partners program. In that case, we're in this slide, we get 55% of a broader umbrella of cash, and 45% goes to YouTube. They give us money from premium memberships like the one that we pay for at home. So that's that. And yes, shorts, videos that are viewed as shorts qualify as that as well. Okay. This is okay, but that's not really what we want. What we really want is to enable brands to sponsor an entire series, perhaps, or a channel, like for example, the AI robots or the Cholos of Beverly Hills or something like that, and integrate within YouTube and outside YouTube, even on Instagram and TikTok, or with other influencers, that the views, the audience, and the engagement is multifaceted and not just depending on YouTube, especially because we have such little control over YouTube in this. Okay, now expand. We can alternate other ways that we can make money is by selling membership for fans. We don't have the qualifications to qualify for that yet. There is a revenue split for that too, but we don't qualify for that yet. So we don't want to. We're not even contemplating that in the short term. At the end of the day, our real strategy is we're going to have a large number on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, and we will be pushing them to see certain content and features and benefits on an app. That's where we control more of our destiny rather than on YouTube. So these eventually will end up being marketing platforms towards an app where we can control the experience and the content much more robustly. But we're not there yet. Now, I'm in this one thing that says commentary on customized ad sales needs. So we asked them, well, listen, what if we got a sponsor and they wanted us to do a media buy on YouTube instead of a media buy through programmatic, sort of programmatic, but for YouTube? Well, we could do that. It's very expensive, but we could do that with companies that are considered Google Ad Manager partners. We are not one of them, and would not probably be one of those for a long time. You'd have to have a lot of subscribers for that. But they are very expensive. They are complex, and they have told us, and they've kind of advised us to look at other alternatives because it's just a very long process. So they said, for now, the way that you can make money is by trying to sell the full sponsorship of a series, which doesn't need YouTube to touch it, to sell shopping opportunities from content inside your platform, to have a sponsored end cards or the final screens, which are sponsored by somebody, and to provide channel links to the advertiser. That's it. That you can do without any. These are called direct sold sponsorships. Those are the types of things that they feel are the immediate thing for us. Okay. And then we asked them about multi-channel networks like Me Too. They said they're basically dead. So don't even count on it. Don't even worry about it. Forget that they existed. So now here's their summary. This is their summary.
Wait a second. What is a GAM?
Google Ad Manager. Basically, the advertising platform is called GAM.
So you were talking about Me Too being a programmatic.
Me Too used to be a multi-channel network that basically is dead. Google decided to get greedy and they say, no, you know what? Forget all that freaking multi-channel network. It's a waste of.
What do they mean by multi-channel network? Though?
Forget about it. It's dated. That's almost like 10 years. It's been 10 years or so since they discontinued that. Not worth it. Don't worry about it. Main thing, Google, a multi-channel network just basically meant that we could have gotten influencers to be part of a network, and we control their advertising.
That's what
That's what MeToo used to be, and others as well. Okay. All right. So, key takeaways: focus on audience development first. Once you have insights from your audience and enough watch time hours and views per month, you'll be able to create customized sponsorships and product placement proposals that are legit, basically, is what they're saying. Second, meet your audience development milestones to unlock YouTube paid partnership. So we have to achieve the 1,000 and the 4,000 hours, okay, to be able to even play at another level in YouTube. Third, inventory ad sales through GAM is not an opportunity in the near future. Therefore, try to sell through the other things that are available to us, such as the sponsorship opportunities that we mentioned there. Fourth, invest in training your teams to take advantage of the full potential of tools that are available for creators, and specifically understand potential issues related to copyright, content policies, and community guidelines on YouTube to avoid strikes. You get a strike on YouTube and you have like 3, and YouTube is super strict. They'll kick you out. So we got to be very protective of how content is looked at and everything on YouTube. All right. Then, strategic objectives. Meet monetization eligibility first. So, develop a lot of short form content. Optimize the words and the keywords and the cross promotion with other influencers or other channels that have a high audience percentage match. That's the key thing. Not just a big audience, but a high audience percentage match. Second, increase audience retention. Drive watch time towards long form using call to action, end screens, and cards, like you see with that Mr. Nightmare and other people, right? Create content series episodes or compilations from short format. So compilation of some of the ones that we have right now and reposting them are good as well as compilations rather than just standalone. And then use the analytics to always optimize the programming strategies and analyze them. Third, build brand and community. Present a compelling origin story, introduce the cast of producers to the audience. Drive conversations using community posts or call to actions with competing controversies in the videos, like should he have done this or should she have broken up with that? And then focus on reaching the 1,000 true fans. It says use your own network of contacts for seeding. This is considered the snowball strategy. So really try to not just get 1,000 fans, but get 1,000 quality fans is what they're saying. And that's it. That's their presentation. It was only 13 minutes today. However, what we're going to do, and you don't need to do it tonight. I'm just going to finish this right now.